I finished Emily Wilde's map of the other lands, and it was so good. Like, it was just an amazing sequel. Literally, some sequels, like, you have the first one and the first book was so good, and then you read the second book and you're like, what happened here? I was not surprised, but so thankful that the sequel actually lived up to the first book. I have to say, I know people have issues with Wendell. I see nothing wrong with him because I think that his personality like matches how I expect a fairy to behave. I think people are like used to like how we influence how we write fairies with like more human characteristics. Even though Wendell has lived with humans for 10 years, I think he still felt like fairy, and I really appreciated that. I know some people are like, I don't like how he like makes fun of the FMC Emily. I think that they have their fun and their banter, and she gives as much as he gives in terms of the banter, and it's honestly like so nice to see a neurodivergent FMC, well, not FMC, main character in this story. I appreciated that so much. I gave it a 4.75 stars on Goodreads, and I just wasn't sure what Dr. Faris Rose, I'm not sure like what the point of him was, because they were like how he is an expert in the Alps, and how he would be able to help them in the Alps. And bro, like honestly, this might be a spoiler, but bro literally did not do anything. I didn't see a point of him being there other than to maybe create some conflict, further the plot, or provide a contrasting opinion to the FMC, because we can't just have everyone agreeing, and yeah, obviously we needed someone to counteract that, and that makes sense, but I felt like it could have been done in a better way. And yeah, that was my thoughts on Dr. Rose, but honestly you could just overlook that, and that would be fine. I honestly really I also enjoyed how much effort the author put into their personalities, because you could tell, like, if when they made a decision, that is exactly what they would do, and it just made complete sense in your head. I just really enjoyed the personalities. I enjoyed the conflict and the ending. I also enjoyed that we are getting a third part. We are getting a third book. I think this, I don't know if this is a spoiler, but this might be centered around Fury. Wendell's, you know what I mean, Wendell's like region, his kingdom. Yeah, so I can't wait for the third book to come out. I think it's coming out in February next year, so that would be amazing to see. But I will show you all what I'm gonna might pick up in this vlog. So I'm looking at reading Fragile Sanctuary by Catherine Cowles, or the Grimrose Girls by Laura Pohl. I think that's how you say her name. Actually, I might read both. We'll see. But yeah, I actually have no clue what this book is about, but I know the Fragile Sanctuary. Yeah, the Fragile Sanctuary by Catherine Cowles is a brother's best friend trope, and I think it was Sunshine X Grumpy, and then it kind of like switches. So I honestly might read that, because I haven't read any romance in a long while. And I was like, let me just switch it up. That was my thoughts on Emily Wilde's map of the other lands. But yeah, see y'all in the next update whenever. update time. So I finished Fragile Sanctuary last night and I gave it a 3.5 stars, and I thought it was interesting. The romance was there, it was good. I did not expect the storyline. Maybe I should have read the synopsis for it. Okay, so no, it wasn't mentioned that this would have turned into, I can't really say because it's a spoiler. Aside from that, I just thought that there were certain lines that I did not like, and then this is the one thing I hate in romance books, right? The FMC gets injured, or the MMC gets injured, and then that same night, like as soon as they reach home, smut. The FMC in this book had a mild concussion. She was seen by a doctor on the scene. The paramedics, they said she should go to the hospital, but if there is somebody to check on her every something hours, every 3 hours or something, ask her simple questions. That was my one thing about it, aside from some comments. Other than that, I'd say the book was fine. It was a good book. As I said, 3.5 stars. I was going to start the Grimrose Girls last night, but then I was like, that's like 3 books in a day. I don't want to do that. We're starting with the Grimrose Girls today. I will update you all when I'm like further into the book. Chapter 1, I think Ella is one of the characters, so yeah, I'll let y'all know how this book goes.
Next couple of hours, and then after I'm gonna work on some like deliverables that I have for another
Yeah,
class.
so I just finished the Grimrose Girls. I gave it a 3.75 stars. It had some fantastical elements there that I really didn't expect. I thought it was just a thriller, but it was a fantastical thriller. I have to say, I did know who the culprit was the entire time, and I thought it was very obvious from the start. I also did not like Yuki. She was literally just there to be a contrasting opinion. I thought she could have been written better. The story itself was interesting, it was cool, it was a play on fairy tales, and I think I might read the second book, but definitely not like now, like someday in the future I'll read the second book. That was a really interesting book, and I think that's it for this vlog, honestly. Anyway guys, that's the end of this video. I hope you all enjoyed it. I definitely did not expect to read that much books. This was supposed to be a weekly vlog, but this video would be way too long if I included like the full week. So I hope you all enjoyed this video, and let me know if you all read these books and what you all thought about it, and I'll see you all next time.